Hi. Today I'm going to share with you the circumstances what the complainant needs to rely upon if the accused takes a plea in a check bounce case that he issued checks to the complainant only for the purpose of security and not for the purpose of presentation of the checks. Notwithstanding there being a legally enforceable debt or liability between the accused and the complainant. Can the accused still take that plea and become successful? Is what I'm going to share with you right now. A very similar circumstances, in a very similar circumstances, Supreme Court in APS Forex Services versus Shakti International Fashion rendered a decision on February 14th, 2020, upholding the view of the complainant, the argument of the complainant, that if at all accused takes a plea that he issued checks for the purpose of security and not for the purpose of presenting the checks, in those circumstances, just taking the plea of issuance of the checks for the purpose of security is not at all sufficient if the accused do not bring further evidence to the court to support that statement. When the issuance of the check is not in dispute, when the writing of the check is not in dispute, when the signature of the check is not in dispute, then the complainant enjoys the presumption under Section 139 of NI Act, read with 118 of NI Act also. In those circumstances, the reverse burden, the burden to rebut the presumption, shifts to the accused. And now the accused, if at all, takes a plea, admitting all the herein before mentioned facts pertaining to the check, takes a plea that the check was issued only for the purpose of the transaction and not for the purpose of presenting, then he has to support that plea with additional evidence. That itself is not sufficient to rebut the presumption of the complainant under Section 139. He has to bring further evidence when his evidence is being led to prove that he issued the checks only for the purpose of security and not for any other purpose, or not for the purpose of presenting the checks and launching a check bounce case. So to take this plea, accused has to plan before taking this plea at the stage of legal notice itself. Accused has to reply to the legal notice sent by the complainant when the check is bounced. In that legal notice, accused has to take a plea that the check is not issued to discharge the legally enforceable debt or liability, but as just as a security purpose, just as a surety purpose. And not only that, he should also point out the evidence that is with him when the check is issued just for the purpose of surety. Undoubtedly, there will be some evidence. There is no need to assume that there will not be any evidence. There will be evidence if something is offered as a security. Those facts should be brought to the notice of the court by the accused. If at all accused is not bringing those facts to the knowledge of the court or to rebut the presumption of the complainant, check bounce case of the accused will be lost. That is to say, complainant will have a case, strong case. If the accused just takes a plea that the check was issued for the purpose of security. So therefore, accused has to not only take the plea that the check was issued for the security, but also must bring very strong evidence to support that statement. That is what Supreme Court said in APS Forex Services versus Shakti International Fashion Linkers and others case rendered in February of this year. Thank you and all the best.